Assalamu alaikum. Hi guys, my name is Rauda Salihs. If it's your first time here, if it's your first time checking me out, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can join the fam. And if it's not your first time, hi, welcome and thank you for coming back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my trip experience coming back home. How was it like from any other travel day, and like how did I even get here? Like how did I get from being in school till May-ish to coming home way before school time? And I understand you all maybe have an idea of why schools have closed already, and yeah, right into the video. So it was like I was home, and like I saw from other schools that I was home in Rwanda. Yeah, I saw from other schools that school was closing up and students were being asked to come home, or maybe students were just being asked not to come to class because of the self-isolation and not encouraging big gatherings or anything like that. So then after the 2 weeks break that school had given us to stay at home, it's like nothing was getting better, and then Rwanda was nearing reporting a case, or might have reported a case already. And then by then Mauritius had not yet reported a case. So my sister, however, got an email from the president saying they are asking all international students to go back home before countries lock down. So I knew after that email Mauritius got, because our campuses are like together, more like that, but then different because of countries. I don't know, but yeah, we have this relationship going on with both campuses. So immediately they got it, I knew we were next somehow. I didn't know when ours was coming. I didn't know whether they were going to tell us to go home, because unlike Mauritius, we are a non-residential campus, so we students are not really together like in a hostel. Students are like all over Kigali, but you know. So but then we also received an email on Monday from our dean saying, oh, blah 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 blah, but we encourage all international students to go home. But if you don't think going home is safe for you, your countries have locked down, please, yes, you can stay, but then like you have to register, you have to let us know where you are, so in case of anything we can reach out to you. So now back to me, what happened to me. Immediately I got the email, I sent it to my family group chat and was like, oh, me today said I should come home. And then nobody responded. Like I saw Ayomide has sent the message, Kabira has seen the message, Swad has seen the message, but they all ignored me. Like, but immediately Smaya posted her. So you see how everybody was like, what is happening? Tell me. They read the email themselves. And for Swad to reply, she was like, read it and summarize for me. I'm like, wow, me, I need them. So I was just like, okay, fine, I'm going to read it and summarize to you, since you guys are too lazy to read for your lives, baby. And then so I read the email, and no, I read it, I've already read it, so I should type it and said, oh, they said we should come home, blah blah blah. And then the first thing, so I was asking like, do you want to? I'm like, why not? How would you ask me if I want to come home? What should I be doing in Rwanda? And then I'm like, okay, all of them started keeping quiet because they know I had to come home, but now they don't know how I'll get home. So me, I just went to message Kamal. Immediately, I just sent him a message, and I was just like, he's always like my sweetheart. So he will listen to me when all of them, their shakara is coming and they're trying to like, rather this. I'm like, no, me, I don't even have time for negotiating with my siblings. I went straight to my husband's DM. And after I went to his DM and we spoke, and it's like, oh, don't worry, yes, you are going home. I can't leave my baby hanging in Rwanda. You have to go home and everything. And we chat, and it's like, okay, but are you really sure that school wants you to be home? Or what if like you go home now and then they're like, oh, Corona is gone, so come back? Would that happen? I'm like, I'm not really sure they would do that, because already school is ending like in May, and then if I'm coming home middle March, it won't be too much, and the rest of the classes can be done online. So what happened was, he asked me to he asked me to find out from school when school will be resuming, so maybe we can get two-way tickets or anything. And then I emailed school, and when I asked, it took some time, but then they got back to me and said school will be resuming like September-ish, and it's like, oh, okay, then that makes sense. That means they want you to be home. So then we booked the tickets to Friday. And then immediately I got my ticket, I emailed school and said, oh, I've got my tickets on Friday, blah. And then they told me Rwanda is closing down on Friday. Like, on the airport will not be operational on Friday, or the airport will not be working on Friday. So, and I was nervous. I was like, oh my god, will the ticket go to waste? Will I be stuck in Rwanda? I was so nervous. Immediately I called Kamal, and then the Mariam was already with her. So immediately I called, she got to her mother, she was like, oh my god, does that mean our money is going to waste? And it did. Like, what happened was, and then I saw the message from the government saying that the airport will be closing midnight on 20th March. that's Friday when I booked my ticket. So I was like, what is happening? No, am I going to be stranded? And immediately I called them. They were like, it was even in the evening that I saw it. So two things was either I rushed to the airport to find out if there is any flight at that moment with all my bags packed, if there was any flight at that moment, God. And then like I don't know what to do. And I spoke to my landlady and was like, if I finish packing right now, would you drive me to the airport? And she was like, yes. It was around 11 p.m. that I was doing all this. So she was like, oh yeah, I'll take you to the airport. Are you flying out today? I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just going to look for empty flights. And then before even I packed, like I just poured everything from my wardrobe into my bags and was like ready to leave. And then like even before I could finish and take off, I got like another call from them and like, oh, chill, we canceled the other flights. And no, I think they didn't cancel. They were like, we are going to look for other flights, but this time we are checking directly from the airline page instead of like using third-party booking, like booking.com and all those things. So they checked directly on Kenyan airline, Rwandan airline, all like Ethiopian, everything. They were just busy looking for flights for me, but all those sites were like charmed, because imagine everybody on those sites looking for a way to come home before countries closed down. So long and short, we got the tickets from Kenyan airline, and that ticket got, even after booking it, they were still praying that God, is this a scam or something? Because how it popped out of nowhere, like you've been checking since and they said no flight, then boom, there is one on the site already. So they were like scared. Is it like a scam? Are we going to find a way? It was just like, okay. And they were like, Rauda, see, we've been able to book this flight, but please, when you wake up in the morning, like, make sure you go to the airport by 11. That was Mariam yelling at me. She's like, and check-in was like 4 p.m. So imagine, like, who's traveling, checking 4 p.m. Who would go to the airport at 11? But yo, Aduni was like, see, I'm not negotiating anything with you. If you miss this flight and you're not able to travel, you're stuck in Rwanda and I'm not even going to pick your calls. So wake up 11 and then get lost, go to the airport. But before that, I was with my friend Doris. So like, she was also having issues booking her flight. Her parents were like, and it was very late in Nigeria at that time. She's Nigerian, by the way. It was very late, so they could not really go out there to go to like agents to be able to book her flight. So she was like, I'm gonna be stranded. And like, then now, so our focus thanks to Doris and we were trying like checking online to also be able to book her flight for her. So like, she reimbursed us the next day because they already had the money, but then they booked through third-party agents in Nigeria. So what happened was that luckily we also found a flight for Doris the same time with me and everything, and now we booked Doris' flight and we were like, now all of us were settled. And then Mariam took the phone and was like, Doris, please, I know you are the responsible one. I know Bisola doesn't listen. By the way, my house name is Bisola. Just like, I know Bisola doesn't listen. Please, if you wake up in the morning, wake her up and make sure you're at the airport by 11 a.m. Please, don't even joke about it. And I was like, so now me, I'm the irresponsible one, but. And then the next morning, I think, so we all went to park and I went to my room and Doris also went to her room to park. And the next morning I had to like go to, so I went out, I went to the bank, I went to the bank and then I went to withdraw the little money I have left on my mobile money account, and then I fought taxi to the airport and everything. So yeah, I think after that, and I went back home and we picked the taxi, we went to drop off our extra bags at the student residence. And then me and Doris set off to the airport at 11 when check-in was 4. So when we got to the airport, we sat down for like a while. Before the night, we sat down for a while. And then like for a long while though, went to this restaurant, we rushed at the airport, and then we sat down, we called Mariam and Kamal to let them know that we were at the airport right on time, like their own check-in time that they gave us. So we sat down until like 4 p.m. Luckily, we sat down until like 4 p.m. and then that was like check-in time. Then we went in. One good thing about that though was that we didn't have to rush through anything, and we didn't have to be around so many people. We didn't have to be around so many people at the airport or anything. Like, it was just smooth check-in for us because we were way on time. So we just got in, we checked in, we were ready to go sit by our gate. We even had extra time to stop by duty-free shops to check out some things. But then me, I was like, Doris got some snacks for her parents, and then me, I just watched around. And even I went to check out the prayer room at the airport, which was very nice, but I wasn't in prayer, so like I didn't really do much over there. So I went to the bathroom and then we head straight to our gate. Also, check-in was Rwanda airport, like usual, was not even congested. It was just like normal-ish. And then we flew to Kenya. On the flight though, what happened was, I was so hungry because like we didn't really eat much, and the airport food was so expensive like usual, so we didn't really have money to buy a lot of things at the airport. But Doris, like I don't know, when we were on the plane, we were really relying on the airplane food. But because Rwanda to Kenya was like 1 hour 45 minutes or 45 minutes. They didn't really give us a lot of food on the plane. It was just like sandwich. And then Doris told the air hostess that is this all you're serving? And she's like, oh yes. And Doris was like, I'm so hungry. And then she offered to give us 2 sandwiches each. I'm like, Doris, that was so cute. It's like, how would you be able to know that you can ask for, like me, I would never do that. I'll just take the one and ask for more water. But Doris really saved me, because like that day, like that time, I was like so hungry too, and I just having 2 sandwich was so helpful. And then going to Kenya also, we were going to stay there for 12 hours, so I was really grateful for that. And when we got to Kenya also, it was nice. Like Kenyan airports, aside like checking, like that part where you have to put like sign immigration and all those things, the protocol was just too much. But after we passed the protocol, it was just free flow and everything was just like smooth. We went to sit by random gates, like the waiting area for flight, and then like we sat there. So at the airport, at the Kenyan airports, we were with me and Doris, and then this other Nigerian boy from ALU, and then we sat at the waiting area together, and then like he was just there. Also, like before even I continued, like I didn't have hand sanitizers on me, but I had my nose mask and I was with hijab, so I knew that I'll use my hijab as I don't know, but I use my hijab to cover myself so much. Like sometimes I get tired of the nose mask and I put my hijab there. And then also, like Doris was the mother of sanitizers at the airport. Like the moment I forget to sanitize surfaces, Doris will go all out and sanitize surfaces, be like this, that, and she likes the smell of alcohol. So I also know why maybe she was being extra about it. Like not all in the name of staying safe, but it could also be that she enjoys the alcohol smell, so she'll do it over and over again. But yeah, we were like that, and then I'll walk around sometimes to maybe look for food or ask for food prices or use the washroom and all those. But it was fun. We stood there, we slept. I think Doris slept good. When I was struggling to find that perfect spot to sleep, Doris would just lie down flat and use my bag for a pillow and sleep like she's in her bed. And this other Nigerian girl was sitting next to me, and we tried to watch Netflix movies. But I prefer to watch my movies alone sometimes, you know, like when I'm quietly sitting down in my bed, where like I can focus on my movie. So I wasn't really into the Netflix with him. And then we stopped watching, and then we said distance more. Then me and Doris would talk and we'll make foolish jokes, and then we look at each other like crazy. And then I was so hungry, so Admi asked me if I've eaten, because like my flights got delayed again. Like my flight to Accra, instead of me flying maybe after 12 hours or 10 hours at the Kenyan airport, it got pushed to like 12, or I don't know, but it got pushed with 2 hours more time. And then Aduni called with Kamal, and then we called and talked, and we were like trying to, what would I eat, like do I have money and all those stuff. So they tried that, but still like there was nothing I could do. I was like, oh, maybe in the morning I'll try to go get breakfast. And then they were like, oh okay, I should check if there is Western Union so they can send me money. I tried to borrow money from Doris, and then they sent to her, but Doris only had $50 note, and then it was too much, so I didn't want to waste money. So I was just like, oh okay, then fine. So the next morning they tried to send money for me, but Western Union and Kenyan, all the money places that I went to had Western Union symbols. So I was like, oh okay, Western Union is available, and they didn't really say anything like the Western Union is not functioning or anything. So immediately they sent the money, and I went to them. Then these people were like, their Western Union is not working. No, I don't even know. They were like I don't know what they were saying. I was so mad. I was like, what am I going to do? And like, do you have M-Pesa? I'm like, no, I just have MTN mobile money Rwanda. And then she's like, oh nah. And then as I was struggling with all these money agents people, this lady walked to me and was like, oh, I could help you withdraw it. And I was like, where? She's like, oh, there's a bank across. If you want to go with me, I'll take you. Then I'm like, oh no, what if I get out of the airport and then I get quarantined and then I miss my flight? I'm like, no, I'm not going out. And she's like, oh, okay, should I go do it? I'm like, what if I don't see you? And then no, I can't reach that. So all the time I was communicating with Kamal and Mariam as well. So I think I ended up not getting the money, and then there was time for my flight. So I went to check my gate, and then I was ready. Before then, like I had this strange people trying to make conversations with me, and I'm like, please, not in Corona times. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to be friendly. Please let me just be on my lane, because already I'm hungry and I'm sleepy. I couldn't sleep at the airport because like after Doris left, I was so sleepy. Then I could not sleep, and then I'm like, what if I sleep and someone just dragged? I don't know, but sure, I could not sleep, and Adini was like, please don't sleep. So they called me to keep me awake, and then it was so much fun with them though. And like we spoke a lot, and then it was time for me to go check in. No, it was time for me to board. Like I've already checked in, so we boarded I went on board, and then the flight was empty. I think it was easy board because like it wasn't so congested, and the flight was supposed to stop at Sierra Leone or something. No, make a stop at Accra and then continue to Sierra Leone. So that was what was happening. So then I went on board, and it was so empty. In fact, like the queue was too long for how empty the flight was. I was like, where is everyone? Because like there was a long queue before, but me, I was in front. And then I was like, where is everyone? And why is the flight so empty when there was a long queue? So I went, and my whole row, I had like that third seater to myself. So then I was like, let me not sleep and food will skip me. So then I started watching movies on my phone, and then they came to serve. And after 7 and I ate and I felt good, then I just removed all the handrest, and then I laid flat on the seats, and that was it. And I think, yeah. But like another thing is, I enjoyed that trip. I would say maybe would I fly with Kenyan Airline again? Definitely. Maybe when I'm coming back home, because I really enjoyed how, I don't know, the airport was just big, different, and it wasn't so congested. So I really enjoyed it, and I think, yeah, definitely I'll fly with it. Even though people were like, Kenyan Airline, be careful, people are going to, I'm like, what do I even have in my bag? Like, it's not like I have your important stuff. So alhamdulillah, everything I had in my bag was intact when I got home. And then when I got home, God, my uncle came for me at the airport right on time. Like when I was coming out of the airport, he was just there waiting for me, and I was so happy. I rushed to hug him, and he hugged me back. Obviously, like he's not the one that would be like crowing and see, I will not hug my daughter. He hugged me so well, and he missed me so much. And yeah, he made a stop at this fast food place, and he got me croissant and some snacks, and yeah, it was nice. And then we came home. When I got home, my auntie was like, Pacha and Chiao. She was just like, sorry, I spoke to you, I'll put a subtitle there. She was like, we don't agree though, I'm not going to hug you or anything. And she just gave me her leg, you know that leg thing that people be doing around now. And I came home, my sisters were like, they're not letting me in the house until I sanitize. I'll put a clip over there, you see what it is. Suffered in this world.
Yes, use it to clean your hand. And clean your face too.
My face?
Yes, sanitize the
How bad swag?
It's true.
Salami from Buffin in China.
Salami. Mommy.
Spray. I'll give the children the spray, Priscilla, don't touch them.
Showered, and then yeah, that's the end of my story about my flight. The story about my flight back home. Let me know if you enjoyed it and you would love to see more of this. And kindly like this video and like give me feedback or comment about how my first story time went, and if you would love to see more of this. Thank you for watching my video, and see you in my next video. Bye.